What's up YouTube? My name is Rich. Today we're going to do a review. For 2 months now I've had a couple of Cane Creek suspension products, the Helm 29 coil and the double barrel inline coil. I've put these on 2020 Santa Cruz Hightower. I got this Hightower in the fall and it came with RockShox Lyric and Ultimate Select Plus. Set up at 150 in the front, rear is 140. Not a bad setup, but ultimately I wanted something a little bit softer off the top and a little bit more plush, and something that would really kind of gain a little more traction and a little bit more suppleness and high-speed chunk. So far, 2 months in, I'm loving this setup. It's great. But we're here at the Upper Chunky area in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is one of my local trails, one of my favorite areas to ride. We're gonna do a rip down the middle line here. It's really fun, just kind of goes through some cool rock features, some rollers and roots, and just a blast to ride. So anyways, without further ado, let's take a rip. So we still got some leaves out, as you can see, coming through the thick of leaf season though, so things are getting a little bit better. So smooth. I'm gonna roll into this nice little line right here. Woo. Yeah, nice and buttery. I purchased this bike for the upcoming race season. I haven't raced in a really long time and decided I want to try something new. So I signed up for a few enduro races here in the Southeastern United States. And that said, I wanted to pick a bike that was able to rally up the climbs without zapping too much energy, but could also handle the descents when things got a bit rowdier, something that kind of had a good blend of the two. And the Hightower really seemed to fit the bill. Around that same time, I ended up bumping into the folks at Cane Creek over at Fall Fest in Knoxville, Tennessee. They were super psyched because they told me they were about to get in a 2020 Hightower, and they felt like they might be able to fit a double barrel inline coil on it. So this was great news to me. I was hopeful. Having a coil option out back I thought was going to be great. Up until that point, Santa Cruz had said that they did not recommend any for fit, that they didn't see any as having the clearance for it. So anyways, I followed up with those guys a couple weeks later and heard that the fit was great. There's plenty of clearance and that they were super pleased with the performance overall. So I decided to go ahead and pick one up, and at the same time I picked up the Helm 29 coil. That way I'd have coil front and rear, and went ahead and had them set it at 160 millimeters because I knew that's what I wanted to get started at. Great thing about this fork is it is internally adjustable on the travel. It can, at least the 29-inch version can go anywhere from, I believe, 130 millimeters travel up to 160 on the coil version. Right off the top end, the stroke felt really smooth, really supple. It had good mid-stroke support and a nice progressive ramp towards the end. The new VPP lower link mounted suspension, as long as you leave it in the low position, has good progressivity to it and supports the more linear nature of the coil. The bike felt incredibly planted. It was very lively. It had a very playful feel to it and no harsh bottom mounts at all. Truly the suspension, not to sound cliche, but it felt bottomless. This bike just begs to go fast on the descents, but the great thing is when you turn it around and go back uphill, especially if you flip the climb switch on the double barrel, you'll have so much gas left in the tank to maximize and squeeze every little bit of fun out when you turn around and go back down. All right, everyone. Well, that concludes my review of the Cane Creek double barrel inline coil. Obviously, I'm a huge fan. I'm gonna keep this on my bike for the foreseeable future. And if you're thinking about pulling the trigger on one, I highly recommend that you do. If you've made it this far and you've enjoyed this content, hit the subscribe button, the like button, let me know you like what I'm doing. I'm gonna actually be carrying this channel forward with more content, mostly of rides with my friends, training rides, different race events, coverages. And with that said, I'll go ahead and leave it with some more riding footage on this bike with this suspension setup, and look forward to seeing you guys next time.